What if I told you that the most dangerous people in your life aren't the ones who threaten you openly, but the ones who hide their power behind a smile? The ones who make you trust them while quietly tightening their grip on your decisions? This isn't just a theory. It's a chilling truth about human nature, revealed by some of history's greatest thinkers. From Machiavelli's ruthless strategies to Carl Jung's exploration of the shadow, the world's most influential minds have warned us about the hidden forces that shape our lives. And by the end of this video, you'll never look at trust, power, or human behavior the same way again. But before we dive in, let me ask you this. How well do you really know the people around you? Are they who they seem to be? Or are they wearing a mask, hiding their true intentions behind a facade of virtue? Let's explore this unsettling question together. Let's start with Niccolò Machiavelli, one of history's most misunderstood philosophers. In his infamous work, The Prince, Machiavelli didn't glorify cruelty or evil. Instead, he revealed a brutal truth about power. The most successful rulers aren't the ones who rule by force, but the ones who master the art of appearing virtuous while being ruthless when necessary. Machiavelli argued that power isn't about morality. It's about strategy. And those who understand this are the ones who shape the world. Think about it. The greatest threat isn't someone who declares themselves your enemy. It's the person who pretends to be on your side, all while manipulating your choices behind the scenes. Machiavelli called this the mask of virtue. People who seek power understand that if they were completely honest about their ambitions, others would resist them. So instead, they present themselves as compassionate, humble, and trustworthy. This false image allows them to disarm suspicion and gain influence effortlessly. Many historical figures mastered this technique. Leaders who were admired for their wisdom, yet behind closed doors, they were relentless strategists who eliminated anyone standing in their way. Take, for example, a politician who campaigns on promises of unity and progress, only to enact policies that benefit a select few. Or a corporate executive who publicly champions ethical practices while exploiting workers behind the scenes. These individuals aren't just dangerous, they're masters of disguise. But here's the question. Is Machiavelli's philosophy inherently evil, or is it simply a reflection of how power operates in the real world? Some argue that Machiavelli was merely describing the harsh realities of politics, not endorsing them. Others see his work as a cautionary tale, a warning about the dangers of unchecked ambition. What do you think? Let me know It's the coworker who always plays the victim but somehow controls the office dynamics. It's the charming friend who slowly isolates you from others, increasing their influence over you. It's the leader who promises change but quietly consolidates power. These people operate in the shadows, and by the time you realize their true nature, it's often too late. Consider the manipulative coworker who always seems to have your best interest at heart. They might offer to help you with a project, only to take credit for your work later. Or the friend who constantly complains about their problems, making you feel guilty for not being there for them, while never reciprocating your support. These are the subtle, insidious ways that Machiavellian tactics play out in our daily lives. And the scariest part? These individuals often don't even see themselves as manipulative. They genuinely believe they're doing what's necessary to get ahead. This is what makes them so dangerous. They're not just acting out of malice. They're acting out of a warped sense of self-preservation. But let's take a step back. Is it possible that some of these behaviors are unintentional? Could people be manipulating others without even realizing it? Psychologists suggest that many manipulative behaviors are learned, often as a way to cope with insecurity or fear. This doesn't excuse their actions, but it does provide a deeper understanding of why people behave the way they do. So, how do we navigate a world where manipulation is so prevalent? The first step is awareness. By recognizing these tactics, we can protect ourselves and make more informed decisions about who we allow into our lives. But it's not just Machiavelli. Dr. Robert Hare, the leading expert on psychopathy, discovered something even more terrifying. Many of the world's most successful people, CEOs, politicians, even authority figures, exhibit psychopathic traits. They're not the monsters in horror movies. They're the people who quietly pull the strings, completely devoid of empathy. These high-functioning psychopaths don't rely on brute force. They thrive on deception, manipulation, and charm. They know exactly what to say, how to act, and how to make you trust them without question. Dr. Hare's research revealed that these individuals are masters of impression management. They can mirror your emotions, tell you exactly what you want to hear, and make you feel like they're your greatest ally, all while plotting their next move. One of the key traits Hare identified is a lack of conscience. Psychopaths can exploit, lie, and destroy lives without feeling the slightest hint of guilt. To them, other people are nothing more than pieces on a chessboard, useful, disposable, and easily replaced. The scariest part? Most people never see it coming. If this is making you rethink the people around, hit the like button and subscribe to the Theinnermirror channel. We're just getting started, and there's so much more to uncover about the hidden forces shaping our lives. But let's pause for a moment. Are all successful people psychopaths? Of course not. Many leaders are empathetic, ethical, and genuinely care about others. However, the presence of psychopathic traits in positions of power raises important questions about how we select and evaluate leaders. Should we be more cautious about who we trust with authority? And how can we create systems that prevent manipulative individuals from rising to the top? These are questions worth exploring, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. And then there's Carl Jung's concept of the shadow, the darker, hidden aspects of our psyche that we try to suppress. Jung believed that when we repress these parts of ourselves, they don't disappear. They grow stronger, often surfacing in destructive ways. Think about the person who's always calm and collected on the outside, but harbors a quiet rage beneath the surface. That's the shadow at work, and when it's triggered, it can erupt in ways that shock even the individual themselves. Jung argued that true personal growth comes from acknowledging and integrating the shadow into our conscious lives. But when we refuse to confront these hidden aspects, they can manifest in toxic, destructive behaviors. In society, the repression of the shadow can lead to individuals who operate under the radar, wearing masks of civility and respectability while concealing dangerous forces within. Consider the charismatic leader who charms their followers with promises of greatness, all while harboring a profound sense of inferiority. Or the friend who seems supportive but subtly undermines your confidence to increase their influence over you. These are the manifestations of the shadow, individuals who use their unacknowledged darkness to manipulate and control those around them, often without even realizing the extent of their harm. But here's the twist. Jung believed that the shadow isn't entirely negative. It also contains creativity, passion, and other qualities that we suppress because they don't fit societal norms. By integrating the shadow, we can become more whole, authentic versions of ourselves. So, how do we begin this process of integration? It starts with self-reflection. By examining our own behaviors, motivations, and fears, we can start to uncover the parts of ourselves we've been hiding. It's not an easy journey, but it's one that can lead to profound personal growth. So how do you protect yourself from these hidden dangers? First, recognize the signs. Manipulators often create dependency, isolate you from others, and feed you compliments to trap you. They might gaslight you, making you question your own. Know your values, set clear boundaries, and trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. And remember, the ability to walk away is one of the strongest forms of self-defense. Start by observing patterns of behavior. Does this person consistently put their needs above yours? Do they twist situations to make you feel guilty or indebted? These are red flags. Next, cultivate a network of trusted individuals who can provide support and perspective. Manipulators often work in isolation, convincing you that you're alone or that no one else understands. But when you have a strong support system, you have others who can help you spot red flags that you might miss. Finally, practice emotional detachment. Manipulative people thrive on creating emotional chaos, using guilt, fear, and anxiety to control their victims. By learning to manage your emotions, you can maintain a sense of calm and clarity in the face of manipulation. But let's go deeper. What if the manipulator is someone you can't easily walk away from? A family member, a boss, or a close friend? In these cases, setting boundaries becomes even more critical. You might need to limit your interactions, seek professional help, or even confront the person directly. It's not easy, but don't forget to hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. Stay aware, stay sharp, and as always, reflect deeply. Until next time, keep questioning everything.